Okay. Hello, Twitch. It has been a minute. It's been a very long minute. I probably, rough in a minute. I'm tired. I'm not it. But, we're going with it. Hang on. I got myself confused for so, this is kind of gonna be like a little, react video in a sense. But we're gonna hang out on stream for a little bit. For those of you guys watching on Twitch, this will just be like a normal sort of Twitch stream, and then of course for you guys watching on YouTube, when this goes on YouTube, it'll be it'll be like a little YouTube video with some stream footage. So bear with me. Let me just put my glasses on so I can see a little better. Setting up a couple of things. Oh, dropping my glasses was not part of my plan. So yeah. Get my glasses clean and get these on so I can see. I am aware that on my YouTube channel I've had a couple requests which I haven't managed to get round to completing as of yet. I know there was a request a few months back, more than a few months back, for me to do some sort of baking a cake, which I haven't gotten around to yet. I will at some point. I just haven't really had much time baking. But today, I'm doing a request. I had somebody request on my YouTube if I could, how do I explain this? So somebody on one of my more recent YouTube videos with the crochet scrunchie tutorial requested for me to take a look at a tutorial they found for something they were wanting to make and give them my thoughts and opinions on whether I thought it would be a suitable tutorial for a beginner, someone with not as much crochet experience as I might have. So, like a beginner friendly tutorial. So, I think it was something to do with a cardigan. Now, I haven't attempted to crochet a cardigan or something like this before, so I thought we would watch through this tutorial together, and I'll try and follow along, and we'll see how it goes. So, at Joe Smith, requested if I could take a look at this tutorial and let them know if I think it would be helpful for them. So the tutorial that we'll be taking a look at is from I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's like MOHO Crafts. I'll try and leave their tag in the description on YouTube and see. Hopefully that'll be okay. So yeah, let me just set up a couple of things and we will take a look at this tutorial and hopefully it works. out well. I'm also going to be using a chunky yarn, which I don't normally work with this sort of yarn, so that might be a little bit difficult for me on my part as well, but we're gonna we're gonna take it a step at a time and just see how it goes. And, you know, hopefully all works out well. We can sort this out. Sorry, my brain's having like a really funny minute. I cannot correctly word what I would like to word, which is mildly frustrating. So yeah, let's see how it goes. One more thing to do because I'm still setting up and things. Just there. Do, do, do. Um, right. Okay. I think that's that sorted. And hello to anyone who has joined on Twitch stream. Right. So I'm gonna take a look at some of this tutorial and try to follow it along. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear myself and the tutorial well enough. Hopefully, you know, it's not too loud or too quiet. So I'm just gonna open up the tutorial and press play. Okay, so my thoughts on the first bit, it looks a little bit confusing because you've got the, like, obviously there's, like, that piece of paper with, like, the details on, like, the instructions for how to make it. It seems quite good. It's a bit difficult for me to read because of what the, camera is, and it looks quite complicated. And it said somewhere in the video that you have to, like, print out how you're gonna design the cardigan. Don't know how that works, but we're gonna continue watching some more of the tutorial and just see if there's like anything we can just sort of follow along with and work it out, and hopefully it'll go well. Let's open this back up and Okay, so there's a lot of like information going on here, which is quite difficult for me to process. But I do like how it gives you that option to like choose how you want to style your cardigan and like what kind of like key features you want it to have. That's good. I think we're gonna have to watch a fair bit further into the video just to see the actual tutorial in a sense, because this isn't really showing like any steps on like how to actually make the cardigan like crochet wise in a sense at the minute. So we'll watch for a bit more and hopefully get some instructions on what we're doing and the equipment we're gonna need. Alright, let's see. This is confusing me with the measurement stuff. Okay, I like how they give like a lot of like information with kind of like starting steps. You can make sure that your cardigan is made to fit the size you want it to. So I think if anyone was to follow this tutorial, you'd definitely need stuff to like write down. So you'd need obviously like tape measure, and you'd need to like measure like obviously your chest size, and like from your shoulder I'd say down to however long you want the cardigan to be. Like if you want it to be down to your knees or just like down to your hip, just measure down to there. I think there's a lot of information to kind of take in and a lot to write down. And I think it's definitely one you'd have to like kind of break down into like different pieces, and a lot of like writing and measurement so far, but I suppose that would be helpful because then that gives you like a good idea of how far across or how far down you need to like crochet and things. So we haven't actually got to like the tutorial part of like actually following along with how to make the cardigan, but I definitely feel that the information with like making sure you've got these measurements, so you've kind of got a guide of size of how big you need to make your crochet piece, so that it fits comfortably. That's very good. I like how they used a diagram, and you could clearly see like them breaking down each part of the information and like writing down like the certain things you want to remember. Okay, so let's see if the steps for the tutorial with actually crocheting is helpful. Okay, so 2 crocheted hexagons, and then they're like folded in half. So that seems interesting because you basically just gotta make 2 crocheted hexagons, fold them in half. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I don't know how that would work with like putting in the sleeves and things. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so now we're getting to the yarn, and so this one, I feel like if I use this hook, it's gonna be too, but I don't want to use one that's like too small either. So I'm gonna work. They're using a 7, and to me that looks like they're using like a double knit yarn, and they're saying chunky, so I think the sizing's a little different. But let's see how this goes. Okay, I've never done a granny square before, so I'm interested to see how this is gonna go, and if the steps for actually crocheting this cardigan are explained well enough to follow. Okay, so 1, 3, under 2. Okay, I'm really confused. So let me go back a few seconds. Just because I didn't understand that magic ring step, because it's go like this, wrap it 3 times. Got that bit. Got this so far. Okay. Okay, now I've got myself stuck. Right. Ah! Okay, chain 1, 2. Right. You are going very quickly and you're very difficult. Okay. Right, so we chain 2. Okay, so we've done our chain 2. Now I think I've got to do 3 trebles. This tutorial, she's doing it quite quickly, so you have to listen quite carefully and pause before you try to follow along, because otherwise you're going to miss information. We've done our chain 2. I've now got to do a cluster of 3 trebles. I don't like this magic ring so far. To me, this feels very loose. It doesn't feel very sturdy, and it certainly doesn't feel like it's going to shrink into a magic ring. Okay, getting myself in a right pickle. Right, so this is my first treble. Basic thing. Right, second treble. And you'll notice with the trebles, I'm taking off 3 lots of 2. I'm losing my tail there. 1, 2. I don't like this magic ring so far. It doesn't feel very sturdy. Right, so we've done our chain 2, we've done our 3 trebles. It said next, I think we have to do another chain 2, but I don't know how we're gonna do that just yet. One, 2. Okay, so done our chain 2. Now I've got to do 3 more trebles. 1, 2. This is our first treble. 2. So I think my opinion on this tutorial is the steps are fairly simple to follow, but the start off is quite confusing, and the person that's doing the tutorial, they're doing it very quickly with how they're explaining, so it's very difficult to properly understand what they're explaining, because you have to listen very, very carefully and like pause in between so you don't miss information, because they do move through the steps very quickly. But it definitely is doable, but I think if you're somebody like me who has a bit of difficulty with processing information and remembering things and focusing, or like it's harder for you to understand instructions, this tutorial might be a bit of a challenge, because it is done for me in a way that I feel maybe difficult for some people to follow along because of how quickly everything is explained. But once you get past that barrier, the actual steps feel quite easy to follow. I think it definitely is a good tutorial, and I'm having fun trying it out. See, I've kind of got a little something going here, but I do definitely feel that it's quite a fast-paced tutorial, and it might be difficult for beginner crocheters to follow along because of how quickly everything is explained. I'm getting all itchy now. So I'm gonna see how this goes. I think I'm gonna have some difficulty with this magic ring. I just feel like there's too many different loops, and I'm worried I'm gonna like drop or lose something. And I don't like having so many loops. I just okay, right. Okay. There we go. That is a bit of an issue with the loops there. There's just too many different threads. It's a bit tricky. I'm gonna chain another 2. And hopefully this works well. I don't know how many times we're needing to do this, so see how this goes. Yeah, I definitely say it is a good tutorial. It does explain everything quite well. I just feel like it moves along very quickly, and because of how quickly the information is given out, it's followed. So 1, 2, 3. I think I need 6 of these little corner things that we did with the chain. I've done 3, so I need to do 3 more. So I'm gonna chain 2 again and do another 3 trebles. 1, 2. That's 1 treble. Two trebles. now we have 1, 2, 4 of these little corner pieces. Okay. I think my thoughts on this so far is the tutorial is very good. The steps are quite easy to do, but I don't feel this tutorial is like beginner friendly just because of how quickly everything is explained. For a beginner, it might be a little bit more challenging to understand the different instructions or like different things they need to do. But it is a good tutorial. I am able to like follow it along, but it is explained very quickly, so you can't really like follow along with it as if like you're listening whilst you're crocheting sort of thing and watching. It's like you have to listen and watch and like pause and then follow the steps. It is explained quite fast, but you do kind of get somewhere. I think it's just I struggle with remembering what I'm supposed to do and following tutorials and things because it's difficult for my brain to remember the information. So I need 6 of these little like corner bits. 1, 2. I have 4, so I need to do another 2. So I'm gonna chain 2, 1, 2. Do another 3 treble. 1, 2. For those who don't know how to do a treble, it's quite similar to a double. So with a double, when you wrap before you go to do your stitch, for the trebles, instead of wrapping once, you wrap twice. Then you go in, wrap, and pull through. And with the doubles and the trebles, you're always taking 2 loops off of your hook at a time. It's just because of the trebles, you're taking off 3 lots of 2 instead of 2 lots of 2. And then that's 3 trebles, so chain 2 and do another 3 lots of trebles. No, another lot of trebles. 1, 2, that's 3. And we'll chain 2 in. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have 5 corners. I need 6, but I'm just gonna watch the tutorial a bit more so I can understand what I need to do for the next bit. Okay, so I'm gonna do my last one, and then I'm gonna do a slip stitch into the stitch of my first treble. So this will be my last one. So this is number 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So now I should have 6 corner pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I have my 6 corner pieces. And then I'm just gonna slip stitch through top stitch of my first treble. Think this one. So to do that, I'm just gonna slip that through. Okay. So here we have a start of a cardigan, which I think is really good. So we are getting somewhere with this. Don't know how this magic ring is supposed to shrink. I do feel I haven't done that correctly. Hi, Mom. You're right. This magic ring, like it. Found it soaking. Okay, no, I don't like this. Triple magic ring? See, we do have like the start of a cardigan here, but we have like this excess thread with like where we've pulled it tight, and I don't like it because it's gonna stick out, it's gonna bother me. So I'm just gonna take Sorry, I got myself. Oh, hey Nico! Thanks for joining the stream. Oh yeah, no, that's cool. I'll come take a look. Let me just dip a minute. Oh. Hey, that's coming together now. Good. Back to its full glory almost. Fair enough. Okay. Sorry about that. Right. That concludes my thoughts on this tutorial. I would say the tutorial itself, brilliant. It is quite fun to follow along with, but everything is explained quite quickly and it's a little bit difficult to keep up with. Oh my gosh, I'm freezing! I'm gonna cut this here so I can upload this onto my YouTube. Then I will probably continue streaming something a little bit different. So we maybe do 2 streams in one today. I don't know. But yeah. I'm gonna I forget which way the camera goes. But yeah, I'm gonna get this up onto YouTube. And I will catch you all in a little bit. So, thank you everyone for tuning in. Just a little thing for Miho Crafts. Don't know how to pronounce the name, but thank you. This tutorial, I would say, is really good. I just feel that beginners might struggle to follow along with your tutorial because it's quite quick. But yeah, that's it for me, and catch you all soon. Bye. Oh,